Tower of God, Urek Mazzino, episode 29, a new test, 1.
Evelyn. She was the first friend I've ever made, who didn't turn violent when I touched them. For the first time in my life, I became friends with an animal. And I don't think it'll ever happen again. Evelyn,
Rue,
Urek?
how's Evelyn holding up?
I don't think she's doing too well.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here faster. Huh? Hold on. That shirt. That's the same one you're wearing. Stop right there.
Urek!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was only following the angel's orders. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Quiet. Don't worry. I'm not gonna kill you. As long as you answer all my questions. Actually, this one's for the both of you. Tell me about the island that smells of salt.
Alright, I'll tell you what I know. Once things calm down a bit here. Attention! The crown game has ended early. All regulars in the testing area will now be transferred to the cruise ship. Ended early? What the heck is going on?
Neo!
Urek?
Rohan.
The game early just makes things getting interesting.
Huh?
Now I can't even exercise my authority as king.
So that's Gagojang, huh? Hey, you! Gagojang, is it? Did you not hear me say? I'd end you if you sat on the throne with the crown.
Yeah, right. Who do you think you are? The king of this test site? It's funny how you act like the main character when you don't even have the power to back it up. Let's go. That's probably why you lost the game in the first place, loser.
What did you say?
Hello everybody, welcome back for more Tower of God, Urek. Gagojang, do you have a death wish? Are you planning to die anytime soon? Because it feels like you might. The irony. My brother in Christ, the spin-off is literally named after him. Obviously not that you're aware of this, you're a side character and this is meant to be a joke, but Jesus, brother. Oh no. This fat fuck's, not long for this world if you ask me. Nonetheless, let's carry on. Leave a like on the sub, have a good about YouTube stuff. Let's run it.
Aru, come on. We're your victors. It's time to celebrate your react. Huh? Oh, sure.
The cruise, after the conclusion of the test.
I don't understand. Why they end the test early?
How do I voice the penguin?
Miss me. When I regain consciousness, I plan myself here.
Duh, no one has any answers then? Settle down, all of you. Look, it's the head director!
What happened to the jeweler's mask?
Director Rahab.
What happened to him? It looked, is it me or does he look injured?
Yes, he is.
I'm sure many of you are confused by the sudden termination of the test. The crown game you just participated in was forced to halt due to an unexpected intrusion and the ensuing conflict. During that, 3 commendable test directors, Gisley, Fedra, and Baskerville, lost their lives.
Hold on! The puppy's dead?
That is why we made the decision to end the test, and proceed with the next test in the authority of new test directors. The team with the regular Gagojang, who is seated upon the throne with the crown, at the time of the interruption, will be recognized as the only team to have passed the test, and will be exempt from the next test.
Hooray!
Now, I will introduce the new test directors.
Okay. Hold on, those people.
Leo, Mano, and Lapis. These 3 test directors will replace the deceased ones. In addition, I hereby transfer the position of head test director to Leo here. What? We have a new test director now? I didn't know that was possible. It's great to meet you all. My name's Leo. As Rahab said, I'll be your new test director.
No way! We don't even know who you are!
Can't you just do this without... You can't just do this without any warning.
They look alike.
I completely understand your confusion. I assure you that we will address the situation and ensure that all future tests proceed without issue.
My Siri triggered though, as happens relatively often during my recordings. I like to comment on it every time it does.
From now on, there will be no more position training, and the position test will only take a single attempt. If you pass your position test and the final test, you will all pass, and then proceed to the next floor. What? So you're saying we can advance to the next floor after passing just 2 more tests? Sounds good to me! Same, I like the plan. Yeah, let's go with this. I'm aboard.
He's already won them all over.
The simplest route is the best. Since we're all in agreement, we will proceed with the additional tests. Please, try to get some rest.
Ray's cabin. Alright. Tell me about the island that smells of salt.
The first thing I remember is waking up on a small island. It was a strange place, full of people wearing t-shirts with an X drawn on them. They were called the Ascetics, and they went on what they called a pilgrimage. Whenever a land bridge opened up in the sea, they believed they'd find salvation if they managed to reach the island on the other side. However, the path was guarded by angels, who bestowed upon the Ascetics a trial in the form of death. I was no exception. I went through the trial and met my end. It was painful, but also oddly soothing. Like I was finally going back to where I was meant to be. And when I opened my eyes, I saw the Ascetics, who had died alongside me while trying to cross the path. They had all come back to life.
What? They came back from the dead?
Yes. The island was full of Ascetics who had been killed by the angels, and they didn't even remember their own deaths. The cycle kept repeating. The resurrected Ascetics would go through their days lethargically, until hope for salvation surfaced again. Then they'd begin their pilgrimage once more, and be slaughtered once more. After that, they would be resurrected and return to the island. I witnessed the cycle of death and resurrection dozens of times.
So, you were the only one who could remember all this?
Yes.
But why?
Back then, I had no idea. A part of me even wondered if I'd been placed under a curse. Being the only one who could remember made it especially painful. Then, one day, I met a one-eyed monster that called itself the administrator of the tower.
Wait, I met that thing too!
Same here! The administrator told me the island I was on was a separate dimension created by a force outside the tower, and that it exists outside the tower's laws, and I had been placed on the island as a counter-agent created by the tower to resist that external force. According to the administrator, if I were to follow the tower's rules, pass the test, and ascend to the next floor, cracks would form that external power, and the curse on the island would be lifted.
Basically, that monster was saying, the reason you were the only one able to remember what happened is because you're a counter-agent created by the tower to resist some kind of external force.
Yes. According to the administrator, that's why I was selected as a regular.
Makes sense.
But I don't understand. Why was I chosen in the first place? Being here in the towers made me realize just how weak and insignificant I am. Someone like me climbing the tower? It's impossible.
You were probably chosen because you're the only one that remembered what was going down on the island, so you're probably the only one who would have ever accepted the idea. And not just lethargically gone about existence as it was.
And on top of that, the angels are going to try and stop me every step of the way. I'm just a useless cursed kid. That's all I am. Oh, Rue.
Rue.
I don't know why I was given such an important responsibility.
Keep your head up, Rue. Remember, the tower chose you. And so did I. Also, I know what's the root cause of this curse. Once that's gone, the curse will be lifted too. I'm sure of it. I'll make sure you get to the next floor. So don't worry. Don't worry. Alright.
I'll help too! Evelyn. Thank you for watching out for me. I know you already have so much to worry about. Of course, don't even mention it.
Hello? What about me?
We're making it to the next floor, no matter what. Yes, and we'll get revenge on those test directors. Angels, as if they're more like demons. That's right, Evelyn.
Hi! I'm still here. And Neo listening in.
Rue. I promise I'll remember you too. Neo.
The following day. I swear, when I catch whoever killed my puppy. Ugh.
Hey! I killed your puppy.
I mean, we all knew. And you know, Lapis doesn't seem like the type to keep that information on the download, does he? Right, well, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff, and out of the way, I'll do next time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.